Hello and welcome everyone to the WLE Weekly. We're going to summarize the past games of the last week and the games that are going to come to your screens in the next week. Obviously, this is Easter holiday, so we're taking a break. Hopefully, you guys can take a break as well. We'll have some time with the family alone. But next week, we're going to have some very important games in the WLE tournament. But first, we need to summarize, look back what happened in the last week. Quite some exciting games, huh?
Indeed, there were quite exciting games. First games that were played were the quarterfinals from the previous weekend and then the semis on Sunday. The first quarterfinal game was ATK versus Tribe Simba, which ended in a 2-0 fashion in favor of ATK, which they really did perform. They showed the type of team that they are and, impressed us and showed that, listen, ATK is still at the top and they will stay at the top. Tribe Simba, however, really did try their best. They did go down to the lower bracket and get a second chance to then fight it out down there.
Yeah, ATK, they really put up a good score for themselves heading into the rest of the weekend. But first, it was as well Runshock White versus Berserkers. The game ended 7-2, 7-2, going to Runshock White. They solidified their spot in the semi-finals. Berserkers will face off next weekend against a to-be-determined winner. So still a chance for them to make it back in.
Indeed, and the third game was OG Ominous Gaming versus Dark Esports. Ominous Gaming coming up on top there as well with a 2-0 victory. So most of the group or the playoff games, quarterfinal games, looking like 2-0s from the previous weekend. They finished their matchups in 7-2, 7-2 for both of their games and really just proved the type of team that they are and really just showed up to that matchup. Dark Esports, however, will now face against Vanguard Gaming in the lower brackets to then be faced to decide who will then face against DNMK next week.
And then the last game of the quarterfinals was a banger. It was Regicide versus Vibe and Esports, a very contentious game. A lot of people were looking forward to that one. In the end, Luda and myself were blessed to one of the most clinical games I've ever seen coming out from Regicide. Now, ex-Regicide, because they put up such a good game that, well, they got picked up by an org. Bravado Gaming decided to pick up the Regicide roster, and that's some really big news for the team, not only here in this tournament, but for their road ahead, looking into the future for them. Really big news, and it's good to see some big orgs coming into the R6ZA scene. But talking about big orgs and big teams, big games, the next one, the semi-finals, that was quite a banger.
The semi-finals was quite a banger. Speaking of really good games, you were speaking about Viben versus Regicide. OG versus ATK in the first semi-finals game. That was a very interesting matchup and a very exciting matchup to watch. I casted it with William, and needless to say, it was one of the best matchups that I've seen so far in this tournament. OG won the first map in a 7-5 fashion, and then from there, ATK just started coming back and really just started pulling up their socks and proving that they wanted to make it to the very last map. They beat OG on the second map 7-3, and then on the third map, which was Villa, on a 7-0 victory for them, and ended up the score line 2-1. So if you want to take ATK to Villa, just watch out for that type of scoreline because they are a dangerous team on Villa.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. That was the only game that went to the full phase of a best of 3 over the entire weekend. But also, yeah, like you said, don't take ATK to Villa. It's been 7-0 against the ex-Meraki team, 7-0 against OG now. Their record on this map is unbeaten, and it's going to stay that way in my eyes at least. But Regicide versus Runshock White was the last game to round out the semi-finals. And Regicide, now ex-Regicide, they beat out Runshock White 7-2, 7-1 in a very clean fashion, same way they did Vibe. And this team really looks unstoppable. And heading into the upper bracket finals next weekend, because next weekend is the lower bracket, the week after that, we're going to have ATK versus Regicide in the upper bracket final. That is sure to be an absolute clash of titans. I can't wait for that one.
Really going to be a bang of a match. That will be on the 16th of April. Friday the 16th of April at 6 p.m. will be the upper bracket finals, ATK versus Regicide. But speaking of the lower bracket, TSI versus DNMK was the very first place or quarter quarterfinals game for the lower bracket where DNMK beat Tribe Simba in a 2-0 fashion as well. So seeing a lot of 2-0 scores from the teams except for that one game, OG versus ATK, but they won out their match 7-1 and 7-3, and was a pretty good game between the two teams. Tribe Simba really showing themselves once again, but unfortunately for them, their journey in the tournament has come to an end.
Yeah, but talk about the lower bracket phases. We're going to be bringing you the lower bracket in the next weekend. Obviously, like I said, this is Easter weekend. We're all taking a break, but next weekend we're back with the action. On the Friday, we're going to be having Vanguard Gaming, VG versus Dark Esports. On the Saturday as well, the Coppers versus Vibe and Esports. And the winner of Game 11, that is VG versus Dark versus DNMK as well on the Saturday. So bangers all around, but the Sunday, even better games to look forward to.
Sunday, Berserkers will be facing against the winners of Game 13, so the Coppers versus Vibe and Esports. So stay tuned for that matchup to see who Berserkers will face off there. Game 17 will be OG and the winners of game I believe it is 12, which is DNMK versus either VG or Dark Esports, and then game 18, which is Run Shark White or the victors between game 13. So stay tuned for those games because they are going to be really exciting matchups to see who will take it to the very end, to the lower bracket finals, and get a second chance to then face in the grand finals.
Yeah, and if you want to keep up to date with all the news regarding the World League Esports 10K20, head over to at World League ESP on Twitter or on Instagram, World League Esports. We're doing giveaways on all of the social platforms. If you guys want to enter, either win a shirt or a very sexy mouse pad, be sure to head over to all of the social platforms. We're doing weekly giveaways as well as one overarching giveaway of the entire tournament. Great things to look forward to, and I'm sure you guys are as hyped. My words. I'm sure you guys are as hyped as I am for the next week's play days.
Same. Speaking of those giveaways, if you guys are unsure yet, do go and check it out. There is still a giveaway going on of the finals. If you guess correctly who will win the finals, obviously now you know who is playing in the finals. Regicide or Bravado, versus ATK. Guess who will win it correctly, and you'll stand a chance to be entered in the giveaway. As well, go check out the World League Esports Instagram page. There is a giveaway running there for I'm not sure how long, but you definitely want to check that out because you will then stand a chance once again to be entered in the giveaway for a mousepad or a shirt. And it just got confirmation that it is running to the end of the tournament.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining. This has been the World League Esports weekly update. Be sure to join back next week as we summarize the next week's play days and look forward to the finals. Thanks so much for joining. Cheers.
The audio in the recording was corrupted due to technical issues, so bear with me if the audio is not synced onto the video. I will be talking over the video as we do get into the giveaway now. And now onto the giveaway. If you guys are uncertain of which giveaway I'm speaking about the 24-hour giveaway which was hosted on Sunday the 28th of March. You guys had 24 hours to enter in that giveaway. If you guys did not enter within that time frame, your entry will be disallowed and you won't be able to get the chance to win the prizes that were at hand, which was a t-shirt. So for the question, which was the giveaway question, was who were the first operators to lose their ACOGs? Keywords obviously being first operators, meaning more than one. So if you guys gave two or more answers, then that you will then stand a chance. As well, ACOGs, meaning more than one. So you had to give at least two operators that lost their ACOGs. The correct answers, however, were Bandit, Jaeger, and Smoke. So if you guys got those answers, you will be correct. You will be entered into the giveaway and stand a chance to win the prize. However, a lot of people are going to be mad about this, but Sledge is a wrong answer. His will not be accepted as an answer because why? He still has an ACOG. So obviously he lost his ACOG on his SMG11, but there is one singular gun, and therefore he still does have an ACOG in his arsenal. So he does not count as losing an ACOG. So if you guys entered in the correct answers, you need at least 50% to win and to be entered. So if you didn't enter two or more entries, then you won't be entered. So that means if you only answered just Smoke or Bandit or just Jaeger, you won't be entered. As well, if you just said SMG11, it also won't count because SMG11 is a gun and unfortunately is not an operator. So better luck next time, as there will be future giveaways to be entered. As you'll see now, I'll be drawing the giveaway. And your winner is Joshua_BLX. That is your Twitter handle. Please message us on Twitter so that we may get your information to send you your prize. Congratulations on that win, and stay tuned for future giveaways so that maybe you will get the chance to win a prize in future. I've been Justin, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That spot them out, but there's mirror windows waiting for them, so that is not going to be easy for not ATK, OG to push through, and Figure gets 2, he gets Sandals.
Open up this church wall, though Greedy does what he can. He finds the first anti-airy, and they might just be able to go for this plant. Newick from the hatch, he shuts him down. It's just Divan and Elik. What are they able to do with the TCSG? He finds one with the Inja, but man oh man, this UL skin just so deadly. Elik to fall, and now Divan finds one. Can he find another? Make that 2. Yes, he can find another. He's spraying onto the wall. He's trying to find the planter. He doesn't know where it's going down. He's getting red pings onto the one, but he doesn't know where the other one is. Shwilly, just through the power of working out where it's going to be, he establishes that it surely has to be Black Box. He finds another, the triple kill on the board. He's looking for the quad. He gets the injure. He has won out the final round for Regicide on their defense, locking it out 5-1 with Disrespect coming out. Maybe is channeling the power of that UL skin, but now it's in a 4v2. Kind of, because Newick is down, and they can't really go for this race. You see his head? No! Not like this!
No.
Advantage on their defense, as that's their first site. They will go to aviating games, and they're doing a similar setup to how OG were doing it. They do have control of those walls. They have opened them up as well. They have feet holes all along that 90 area to put pressure if they decide to push through there. But Dropshot now contesting this player here in Bicycle. He will know the location. Surely this cam is giving him some info at his Causa. They're contesting him here on the Malusi. Surely they will be able to be contested. Sorry, jumping over my words there. But as Causa does lose some HP, I'm not sure from where, but now there is 3 players of OG trying to contest the study balcony area. Bit of a standstill coming out here from the players now once again, as Ergo now trying to contest here through these holes. The breach is being opened as Kaiko gets the very first pick for his team, looking much better for OG at the moment, getting James off of the board. That's the Cade gone. I believe he was playing inside or top of main, but Dropshot also being on 50 HP, not so good for him, but needless to say, he has been making an impact in this round. And speaking of that, Figure also making an impact as he picks off Dropshot. Good refrag from him there, and eventually picking him off, and Sandals getting one for himself. That's Causa off of the board. So the player contesting down below is now taken off. That C4 also gone off of the board. 2 C4s actually off of the board as the 2 C4 players are picked off. There are still 2 shields, however, on the side of ATK, and Sandals getting a second pick for himself. That's the smoke off of the board, and Figure answering back, getting one, and there's a down there from Ergo onto the main stairs, and Kaiko picking off AML. Now it is a 2v1 situation. Will they be able to pick off Ergo? They will actually nicely, and now it's all up to Figgy. He does have 2 kills, so he has to ace clutch to win this round out for his team. The diffuser is dropped on Study Bulk. He does pick off one, a beautiful shot from him into Kaiko, a triple kill for him in the round. He is spotting out the Anna, looking the wrong way, a quad kill, a 1 versus 1 situation. He spots out the final player, gets Sandals the final kill there on the round, and aces to clutch up the matchup, bringing it a 7-0 win for 80k on the deciding match. They were in the back foot from the very